Hey, Rebecca. I got something I wanted to tell you. Super important. Are you free to talk right now? Or do you want me to call you later?
Oh yeah, I should be fine to talk. What's up? You scared me, not gonna lie. Suddenly spamming me with messages like that? It's not something bad, is it? Oh lord, now I'm nervous. Just tell me.
It's not bad, don't worry. Actually, it's super good. Guess who's getting married?
Wait, really? You're getting married? OMG, congratulations!
Thank you.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Who asked who? Did you do it? That's so brave of you. Especially since he's one of your bosses. He could fire you.
He would never do something like that. We started dating about a year ago. And then this year, he finally popped the question. It was during a nice, fancy dinner with just the two of us. I really wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But I'm glad he wants to stay with me.
OMG, that's awesome! You should have told me earlier, girl. This happened earlier this year. Were you waiting to surprise me or something? We're besties. You should be telling me everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. We were still figuring out when we want to have the wedding and whatnot. I didn't want to tell you too early and then he cancels it, you know? Plus, I've been super busy with work recently. I haven't even really talked to you recently. I guess it just slipped my mind until now. And you're busy with your baby too, right? I didn't want to bother you while you were spending time with him.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We're both super busy. But I'm glad you told me finally. That news made my entire day better. So, what kind of wedding are you gonna have? Something traditional? I'd love to come if you'd let me. I could even be a bridesmaid. Or in the front, cheering you on. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay too. I know you don't really like being the center of attention or anything. And a wedding would probably be really embarrassing for you, right? I'll support you even if you just want to do a courtroom wedding. As long as we can take a nice photo and get you a wedding dress, of course.
Actually, we are going to have a normal wedding. My parents have been bugging the absolute daylights out of me over it. I don't think no is ever an option.
Oh, really? You're gonna do a traditional wedding then?
Seems like it. My parents are really old-fashioned and insisted I do it properly. They want us to do a full ceremony with a priest and everything. Plus a big cake and gifts. She said she wants me to use all her hand-me-down stuff for tradition too.
No way. You're kidding. Why are they trying to make this their moment? Are you really gonna go in front of a bunch of people like that in a dress? You won't even wear a skirt to work. Did you tell them you didn't want to? Don't let them control all of it.
Yeah, I did try to explain to them. Because of my insecurity and stuff, we agreed only my close family members will be there. That way I'm not overwhelmed by a crowd. She's already inviting people, though. She doesn't listen at all.
That's awful. Why is she being so selfish? You shouldn't listen to a word she says, in my opinion. She's a horrible person.
Wait, what? Don't you think that's a bit far, Rebecca?
If you said you didn't want a wedding, you shouldn't have to do it. Why is she so focused on what you're doing with your own life? Besides, plenty of people don't do traditional weddings nowadays. She needs to get with the times. When I found out I was pregnant, we agreed to get married the same day. But we didn't do a wedding ceremony. There was no need for it. And there was nothing wrong with our choice. If she really wants to celebrate, can't they just send you gifts and take some pictures? I'm sorry, but her views are insulting to me. Is she trying to say I didn't do it right or something? The wedding isn't important. What's important is that you both love each other.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I see where you're coming from. I shouldn't have brought it up. Sorry. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. My parents are just stuck in their old ways. No, I'm sorry.
I lost my cool. That was my fault. It wasn't your decision. I guess I'm just a little irritable right now. I'm worn out from my son, so I'm not thinking straight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't worry about it. But anyway, I know you didn't have a wedding or anything at first, but didn't you want one? I thought you said once you've recovered and things have settled down, you wanted to do it the right way, didn't you?
Well, originally we wanted to. It's not necessary, but it just would be nice to experience it. But toddlers are just so much work. There's definitely a reason they call it the terrible twos. I'm too caught up with him to work, so we don't have as much income. And my husband's salary went down a bit recently because of some stupid business loophole they found. So we can't afford it either.
Oh, that makes sense. Sorry to hear that.
I don't want to get a job again until after the wedding. I want it to come first. You're still working, right? Are you gonna quit now, or are you staying with the company?
Yeah, I plan on staying here for at least the foreseeable future.
But isn't that against the rules or something? If you're married to a manager, I think that causes issues for them. So wouldn't one of you have to leave?
No, as far as I know, they're perfectly fine with it. A few other people work with their husbands and wives here, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Huh. That's weird. I quit work because I didn't want to work anymore. But of course, I couldn't work with my husband as well. But I didn't feel the need to get a new job, since I would have taken maternity leave immediately afterwards. And it's kinda just better to be a housewife than outside slaving like a man.
Like a man? What do you mean?
Oh, it's not important. Sorry, I'm just rambling. You said only close family is going to the wedding, right? In that case, at least let me go out with you and celebrate. I'm exhausted. A break would do me good. How does lunch together sound? We can go to the best restaurant in town and catch up. Just the two of us.
OMG, that sounds perfect. I'd love to do that. Just let me know whenever you have some free time and I'll see when we can meet up.
Perfect. Sounds good. Alright, I'll let you know then. Might be kinda last minute. Things always seem to be coming up. I might be able to get my husband or parents to watch my son for a little bit.
Good afternoon. My name is Stacy. I'm the receptionist here at the Nature's Wedding Organization. I called a little earlier to touch base, but I wasn't able to get a hold of you. Would text work better for you? Oh, yes. Hello again, Stacy. I believe you're the one I talked to at the venue, right? I'm sorry, I was at work, so I wasn't able to pick it up. I keep my phone in the back room while at work, usually. It limits distractions for myself. So I won't hear it if you call me at work. But I have WhatsApp set up on my work computer, so I can get your text messages. So yes, if it's okay, can we chat here? Unless you'd rather wait for me to get home later tonight. I apologize for contacting you at such a difficult time. I'll try and make it brief so you can return to your work. This young lady has showed up at the venue today, asking about details of your wedding. She told me that she is the bride. But as far as I know, in our last conversation, you were the one getting married, correct? I want to make sure I don't have any mistakes here.
What? A bride? Wait, who is it? What does she look like?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake. I apologize again for the inconvenience. She came by just a short while ago. She didn't make an appointment or anything, so I assumed she was a guest wanting some information. But she said that the plans changed last minute for the ceremony tomorrow, and that you are no longer involved in the wedding. She's demanding I edit the reservation right away. I'm not sure what to tell her.
What?
I'm just as confused as you are, I assure you. If this is true and you are planning to go ahead with what she's saying, then I need some information from you. That is why I contacted you so quickly.
No, I am absolutely not doing what she said.
I assumed not, but she's insisting I tell you all of this. She says she's already got the paperwork for it.
What paperwork? The papers we signed way back when we took the tour?
Yes, and a few others. Some forms consenting to stepping out and such. She's trying to hand me the documents right now. I haven't taken them yet. I wanted to contact you directly first. This is a very unusual situation, to say the least. But the forms here are signed.
How did she get those? I haven't signed anything, last I checked.
I understand that, but your signature is on these papers. Whether or not you realized what you were signing, I'm certain that these are the real documents that you got from our building. I was wondering if it was someone you knew? A friend, perhaps? If she tricked you into signing, or worse, signed it herself, then she must be pretty close. Is there anyone you know that might be out to get you? Or maybe someone who was planning to steal your husband from you?
I mean, I know a lot of people. I don't want to just accuse someone like that.
We had her talk with another staff member. Once we were able to verify her information, I was planning on getting back to you so we could identify her. But I guess she got impatient and left before we could get her name.
I can't believe this. I do have someone, I think, that might do this. I don't want to believe it, but I can't afford to trust everyone right now. Do you mind if I talk to her myself?
I'll ask her directly.
Maybe I can solve this.
Afterwards, I can give you an update and we can settle all of this.
Hey again, Rebecca. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a horrible friend. So I guess this is the easiest way to ask you. Do you know what this is about? Oh, you found out already? I knew you would, but that was fast.
I knew it. I didn't want it to be true. Of course I was going to find out.
You must have known, right? The only one who could have gotten a hold of those papers was you and my husband. I don't let just anyone in my house, you know. You came over a few months ago to celebrate with me. I remember you getting lost while trying to find the bathroom at one point. I didn't think about it at the time. I was too happy about the wedding. Were you looking around my house? Don't be so suspicious.
You did act a little strange after you came back.
I just thought maybe you were tired or wanted to go home. And some things had been moved around after you left. I didn't want to believe it, so I assumed my husband had moved something. Or that maybe I was imagining things. So you knew all along then? And you didn't say anything?
No, I didn't know.
I was a little suspicious, sure. But I checked the areas that were moved and I thought everything was still there. I didn't realize you had taken the documents. I didn't even consider it an option.
Rebecca,
what are you doing? What's this I hear about you trying to steal my wedding? It's all true, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it obvious? I'm getting married tomorrow instead of you. Duh.
You're serious?
Me and your lovely fiancé are going to have a nice wedding tomorrow. Without you, of course. You don't seem too mad. Did you maybe think I was just stealing the wedding? I'm not using this for me and my husband, you know. I'm helping myself to your husband, too. Sucks for you, I guess.
Wait, are you being for real? This just keeps getting worse and worse.
I'm so confused. Why are you trying to do that? You still haven't figured it out? You're dumber than I thought, Kat. A child could have figured it out by now.
What?
I'm marrying your fiancé instead of you. And of course, he's going to want me more because I'm better. So he'll choose me, and you'll be tossed to the side. I'll be the one at the altar tomorrow. And that wedding dress will be for me.
How could you say that?
We've been best friends for so long. And yet you're getting everything I wanted. An amazing husband, a great job, a perfect wedding. I can't be around you anymore if you're just going to get everything I deserve. So I decided I'm going to take it from you. This is all your fault. I hate you.
Wait, my fault? How is this my fault?
I didn't even get a proper wedding. The only reason I got married in the first place was so my son could have his father in his life. I even had to quit work to take care of him. I lost everything. And in the end, I couldn't even get my big day. So why do you get everything? I did all the hard work and you're just getting everything in life. That's not fair. You're selfish, and I deserve it more than you. I'll never forgive you. Are you kidding me? That's your reason? You're just jealous. How is that my fault? Not to mention you dragged the wedding company into this. You've given them so much work to deal with because of your stupidity. You went out of your way to steal my forms and trick the company. What is wrong with you? I mean, it doesn't really matter what you think. I turned in the forms, so as far as I'm concerned, everything went through. I'll be the one walking the aisle tomorrow. And I'll finally get the wedding and the dress of my dreams. Oh, just knock it off already. You can't seriously believe this is going to work, right? What do you mean? Have you not been listening to what I've been saying? You can get as mad as you want, but yelling isn't going to fix everything, you know. Even your husband agreed that I'm a better woman for him. Sorry, but I'm not falling for that. I don't believe you. My husband proposed to me, and I'm the one he wants to be with. You already have a husband and a kid. Grow up and focus on your own life. Are you going to throw that all away for some stupid jealousy? Throw what away? My husband barely makes any money. It's not like he's doing anything for me. I only stay with him because I need to. What? And my kid is awful. He's a little demon, and he's not even cute like me. I want a chance to restart. It's not fair that this all happened to me. And that's what this wedding will do. I'm going to get a new start in life and get an amazing wedding. I'll have better-looking kids and can forget this one ever existed. Are you seriously saying this to me right now? Sorry for not telling you sooner. Kinda sucks for you that it's the day before, huh? But he's my husband now. I promise to take good care of him. Well, have fun at your wedding, I guess. Mine was yesterday. What? I kinda just let you ramble on because it was amusing for a bit. But now you've seriously annoyed me. So just give it a rest already. What are you talking about? Did you hit your head or something? Your wedding is tomorrow. Well, it's my wedding now, but you get what I mean. I get you're mad, but stupid lies like that aren't gonna change anything. What if I told you that right now, your husband is with me? The man who was supposed to be with you always is already over here by my side. He's not, though. He's with me right now. And we're both in Hawaii, so I doubt you're anywhere around him. What? In Hawaii? Yeah, it's lovely here. We wanted to have our honeymoon somewhere really warm and tropical, so we decided on Hawaii. So we left yesterday, basically right after the wedding. It was a long flight, but we're here now. It's very warm and very far away from you. What are you talking about? That's a terrible lie. Your husband is with me right now. He's literally right next to me. Do you want me to send a picture of Louis or something? Louis? Who is that? That's not my husband. I don't think I've ever met anyone with that name ever. What? My husband's name is Mika. I've never had any friends or boyfriends with that name, so not sure what you're on about. Wait, what? Are you being serious? Then, what? Who is this? That's a good question. I would ask him. But as far as I know, you have a strange man sitting next to you with no relation to me. He could be dangerous. What? Anyway, good luck with that. I want to enjoy my honeymoon, so try not to message me too much anymore. Okay? Kat, what is going on? Who is this dude? Is he going to hurt me? I asked him about you, and he said he doesn't know anyone with your name. He doesn't know your husband either. Who is he? What have you done?
I already told you I don't know who he is. I don't know where you found him. I didn't have any part in this. How did you even find him? And how have you gone this long without realizing?
It was in your paperwork. It had all your information on there. It had the location of your wedding, the date, and both of your names and addresses on it. He was listed as the groom.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I think I figured out what's going on here.
Then tell me.
Sorry to tell you, but those papers you picked up were trash. That explains why I didn't notice anything was missing. We didn't even end up going with the nature wedding company anyway.
What? You went somewhere else?
I mean, the lady was really nice there and they were super helpful. But everyone at work was kind of forcing their own places and opinions on us. So we kind of got a bit overwhelmed and changed our minds a lot. Did you even look at those documents properly? My name isn't spelled correctly on it. It has my name as Catherine. My phone number was wrong too. And so was my husband's name, number, and even his address.
Are you serious?
I assumed that if they were that careless with my information, they probably put the wrong person as the groom. They were really apologetic, but I just didn't feel comfortable having my wedding there anymore. If they can't even get my name right, I don't trust them to do my wedding the way I want it. While there was a lot of things, the paperwork mistakes were definitely the final straw that made me cancel.
Oh my god.
I felt a bit bad telling them, but luckily they were understanding. One of the ladies that worked there even pulled me aside to talk to me. She said she knew of a perfect place that had a lot of free openings nearby. It was one of the most popular ones in the area, apparently. So I kept her personal recommendation in mind after leaving the venue. It was definitely a good one, just like she had told me. Everything about it seemed perfect, so we decided to go with that one. And so yesterday, that's where we got married.
You're lying! That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I'm shocked too. I'm shocked about a lot of things.
The most shocking being that you would sneak behind your best friend's back like that and steal from her. Not to mention steal what you thought were her marriage documents.
I just want you to remember that legally, this counts as theft. I could sue you over this.
You better not test me once I come back, is all I'm saying. Wait, what? You want to sue me? But we're best friends!
Well, we were at one time. I guess this was all a big misunderstanding, huh? But we've got it all figured out now. Everything makes sense. I gotta say, I am also shocked about this stranger who picked you over their wife for tomorrow. I would apologize to him and let him know. Don't leave him waiting for you at the altar. Imagine how he'd feel if he found out he cheated on his wife for something that was just a silly mistake. Sorry for messaging you at a weird time, Stacy. Time zones are a bit different now, I guess. I talked to her and got everything sorted out, I think. It's kind of complicated, so I'm sending you a long email with the details, okay? I've got her name and address in case you need to bill or contact her. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. When she was here, she refused to give us her name or anything other than being the new bride. I suppose she was trying to hide something. So this is a huge help. No problem. And I'm really sorry for all the trouble. I wish you didn't have to be involved in all of this. It's not your fault at all, so there's no need to apologize. I'm just glad that we got it all figured out. I was quite worried. But anyway, I heard that you had a nice wedding the other day, right? It's great that it turned out okay despite the circumstances. So a big congratulations for your new life.
Thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. You went above and beyond helping me out even after the incident with the documents. So I'm really grateful.
No worries. This was actually my last job while working here. I I'm officially retiring this month with no more wedding planning for me. I'm so happy my last customer was able to get the wedding of her dreams.
Oh, that's amazing. I hope you have a great retirement. You deserve it.
Have a great life with your new husband, and maybe with a future family. It was great meeting you and getting to work with you. Good luck.
Are you still in Hawaii? Or are you finally back home? 'Cause I need ya. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I need my best friend over here.
Yeah, I'm home now. What's the problem?
Oh yeah, well, the wedding venue I thought you went to contacted me a few days ago. I guess they managed to find out who I was. I'm guessing they tracked me with my number or something, since I used the home phone to call them. But anyway, I was talking to them trying to explain everything the other day. But my husband took the phone from me. He has absolutely no respect for me. He took the phone, and then they told him about everything that happened between us.
Isn't that kind of your own fault?
And they were going to find out eventually. Did you plan on just carrying the lie forever and avoiding it? My husband was absolutely livid. I couldn't get him to calm down and listen to me. He was mainly mad about the other random guy, I think. Although he was upset about the wedding situation, too. He started screaming, asking me to explain what I'd done. And then he slapped me.
I mean, it's wrong to hit someone at any time. But looking at it from his point of view, you can see why he's so upset.
I would probably hit you too. This isn't funny. What should I do? He said he doesn't give cheaters a second chance, and that we're getting a divorce. I told him I barely even cheated on him in the first place. And besides that, I only had to do it because he's such a terrible husband. He barely makes enough money for the three of us. I can't stand living like this anymore. That's not my fault. That's why I needed to get out and find someone new. Anyone in my place would do the same. You really tried to blame him for it? Were you trying to set him off? Of course you get mad if you continue adding fuel to the fire like that.
But anyway, isn't that for the best? I mean, you wanted to divorce him and find someone else, right? So if he wants it too, then what's the problem? It's no life trying to live with someone that makes you that unhappy all the time.
No, you don't understand. There is a big problem. I don't have any money, you know. If we get a divorce, they're not going to give me alimony. Not once they find out I've cheated. And if he gets custody of my son, then I won't even get any child support. And if I get stuck with him, he won't pay me anything anyway.
Your husband would refuse to pay child support?
I don't know, but probably, especially with how mad he is. He said he didn't want the kid in the first place. And since I cheated, he says he doesn't even know if it's his in the first place. So he doesn't think he has any responsibility to support him or me.
Actually, I do agree with you on that one. It takes two people to make a kid. Just because he's not the one who gets pregnant doesn't make him any less responsible. I get that he's mad, but he doesn't get to take it out on the kid. He's definitely in the wrong here.
No, he's probably right, TBH. We only got married because of the kid in the first place. We never really got along after that. I shouldn't force him to waste his time on us.
What are you talking about? Of course he's in the wrong.
At the time, I had to quit my job because they wouldn't approve me for maternity leave. But I was under a contract, and I wasn't allowed to leave legally except for certain exceptions. One of those was marriage and pregnancy. So I thought it was a good idea to finally leave that place. I didn't tell him, but I stopped taking my birth control.
Are you serious? You tricked him!
He was super angry at the time when he found out, obviously. He screamed a lot. But I got what I wanted, so I needed to finish this. I told him I didn't need a wedding, so he just needed to marry me and support me. And I will raise the boy. He doesn't even need to lift a finger. So I begged him to just let us get married, and he agreed. I just wanted to get out of my contract so bad. It was the only way. I wouldn't have done something like this unless I had to.
Interesting. I see.
But living with him was just awful. We never got along. He denies it, though. He says he hadn't done anything ever to me until after he found out about the cheating. And then said that he would be getting support from me.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. You might need to pay reparations or something. But it probably isn't that big of a deal, is it? What about the guy you were seeing? The one you thought was my husband? Aren't you still gonna marry him? If he made you happy, don't you want to continue that? Or did plans change?
I wanted to, but I can't get a hold of him. He basically ghosted me.
Oh, all right then.
I think the venue probably contacted him too to explain the situation. He sent me a message calling me crazy. And then he blocked me and won't answer any of my calls.
That makes sense, TBH. If he was cheating on his original bride with you, I doubt you're the only one he was seeing. Probably he was seeing a lot of women and didn't want to bother with anyone that had drama.
Oh, God. What should I do? I don't want a divorce. I'm scared. What if I have to pay him? And I really don't want to be a single mom. Please help me. I don't know what to do. We're best friends still, right? Do you have any ideas or advice? Please help me out of this.
I do have an idea on what to do, sure. But it's more what I should do on my end. First things first, just like that random guy, I'm gonna block you.
What?
It worked out in the end because you made the mistake and all. But you still tried to steal my husband and my wedding, remember? I didn't forget that just because you got the wrong man. I'm not being best friends, or even just friends with someone like that. I'd rather not even be acquaintances anymore.
No, don't say that. Just wait a second. In the end, it all turned out perfectly fine, right? You're still with your husband and got your wedding and honeymoon.
You're right. I did get an amazing wedding. And now I'd like to continue my nice life without the stress of dealing with you. I'm going to enjoy my new life without you, okay? So don't talk to me anymore, please. Bye! Right after my final goodbye, I blocked Rebecca for good, and I've never seen her since. She apparently tried to reconcile with her husband for a long time, begging him not to leave her. But of course, he didn't listen, and they divorced pretty much immediately after that. She was kicked out of the house and required to pay a large sum of money to her husband for the emotional distress she caused him. She couldn't afford a new place, so she moved back in with her parents and took out a loan to pay the money. She got a new job too, of course. Apparently, she's working night and day to support her son. We managed to contact the wife of the man who blocked Rebecca, so she could learn what her husband was doing behind her back. Not sure what happened to them after that, although I'm sure it involved another divorce. Stacy decided she wanted to work still, after retiring from the venue. So after that, she opened her own wedding planner business. Of course, because of how helpful she is, it's a huge success. She's already backed up for 2 years and got more customers asking for reservations.